Alright man, so what's up guys, Airball here and I'm back with another video, and this is going to be the best 7-foot ISO center build on NBA 2K26. So we're not going to waste any time, let's just get straight into the video. So we're going to go right hand, jersey number doesn't really matter, we're just going to continue. Starting off with our position, obviously we're going to be going with center, because it's a center. We're going 7 foot for the height, alright, it is a footer. The weight is going to be pretty low, we're going to go down to 225 pounds, just so we get decent enough speed. We're not really gonna have too much rebounding on this build anyway because our wingspan is gonna be really low, so we might as well just go lower weight, try to get the best possible speed we can. And then our wingspan is going to be all the way down at 7 foot, so we get a 93 pointer. And 93 pointer will give us deep bomber takeover. And deep bomber takeover is pretty insane on this game. Like, it's really, really broken. You can shoot from like 35 feet without any problems. So I would go with 93 pointer just to get that. And I think it's really, really broken. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue. And now starting off with the finishing stats, we're going to have a 75 on our close shot. Driving layup is going to be an 80 for physical finisher on silver, which I think is pretty solid. That helps out with making more layups and things like that, especially in traffic. The driving dunk is going to be an 80, so we get a few animations. We can also use cap breakers to get up to 84. So yeah, I mean, you also get aerial wizard too, but 80 dunk, you get a lot of animations that'll help out when you're driving to the rim, things like that. And it's also paired with a 90 on the standing dunk. So 90 standing dunk, we get gold rise up with the vertical, and we get the elite big man contact dunks with the pro contact dunks as well. So the finishing overall in this build is going to be very, very solid. And by the way, let's just look at the body shapes we get too. I think we get buff, I guess, is the next best one. You could honestly go 230, like 236, I think, or 235 to get 72 speed. I just want the little extra speed by going 225. So that's what I'm going to go with. But 90 standing dunk is going to be very solid. You're going to get your animations and things like that. That'll help out a lot. The three-pointer, we're going to go up to an 88. And what we're going to do, we're going to use 2 cap breakers from our shooting build specialization to get it up to a 90. So with 93 pointer, we get deep bomber takeover, but we also get a gold set shot, and we get silver limitless. So you can use a +2 on your set shot to get from gold to legend. You can also use +2 on your limitless to get it from silver to Hall of Fame, and then use a +1 maybe on set shot to get it from gold to Hall of Fame. You have a lot of options in terms of what you want to do. You can even go Hall of Fame Deadeye with this build. You know how crazy the closeouts are in this game. With the contest system and all that, you'll be able to shoot over smaller people. So, yeah, Deadeye might be pretty good too. It's really up to you, but I would choose shooting specialization because it gives you the best kind of range of badges to use. That will be very, very helpful. The pass accuracy is going to be 87. Alright, so 87 pass ac. We get break starter on gold, which is good. We also get gold versatile visionary and gold dimer. So, I mean, I feel like 87 is just the best to go with on any build, no matter what you're really playing. Well, obviously, rec, it's the best to have. But 87 pass ac, like, you can throw the ball down the court. You can even use a max +2. That's what I've been doing is on my big man, I use gold break starter, and then I put a max +2 on it to legend, and it helps out a lot with throwing passes down the court. So I'll go 87 just in case you're playing 5s and things like that. But if you know you're not going to play any rec on this build, or pro-am, proving grounds, whatever, then I wouldn't go too high on the pass ac. The ball handle is going to be a 74, which will allow us to get a few animations. 71 can get you handles for days. In fact, you can use a max +2 on this as a tier 2 badge as well. So we can put gold handles for days on this build if you really wanted to. Speed with ball, it's not going to be too high. We're going to go 58. Alright, but honestly, I mean, there's not too much of a difference, but 58, and then we can use maybe 1 cap breaker, and that'll get us up to the max. The interior, we're going to go with a 77. Alright, 77 interior, which isn't too crazy, but if we use cap breakers on our block, we'll be able to get gold paint patroller with that 77 interior, so that'll help out a decent amount. The perimeter is going to be a 62. We don't really get anything from going maxed out at 68, so we might as well just go 62, get our removable enforcer on a bronze, and then just move on. The steal rating, same here. You don't really get too much because you only get 62 at the max, so I would just go with 60, so you get your interceptor on bronze, and then again, just move on with it. The block is going to be an 88. So off rip, you'll be able to get gold high flying denier, but if you use 5 cap breakers, get your block to a 93. You can get Hall of Fame high flying denier with this build because you're going to have the vertical to get it, and you also get gold paint patroller. So just something to think about if you want to make your defense a lot better on this build. Then you can use 5 cap breakers on your block to get it to 93, and then you can get a few more extra badges. You can maybe use a max plus 1 on your high flying denier. Once you get that up to 93, you can use the max plus 2 on paper troller. You can use them both at the same time actually. Get legend paper troller with the max plus 2, and then max plus 1 high flying denier legend as well. So the defense on this build, even though you're 7 foot, you're kind of like small, like body shape, and the weight wingspan isn't that good. You still get a decent block rating, kind of like a Chet Holmgren kind of build, where you get a good block rating, you get stops in the paint, you can have you can get chase down and things like that, especially with the high flying denier. So I'll just go with that. Offensive rebounding is going to be an 80, and defensive rebound is going to be 85, just so we get that box out beast on gold. Again, max plus 2 potential here. You can get it up to legend, or max plus 2 with the rebound chaser. You can get that up to Hall of Fame. So again, there's something to think about, and I would go with 80 offensive rebound, just so if you have the option, you can get Crasher Takeover, which will help out with box outs and screens and all that. So if you want to do that, like pick and pops, you can definitely do that. We're going to go ahead and max out the agility. We're going to max out the speed at 74, which for being 7 foot, 74 speed is not bad at all, especially if you're using a pretty good motion style. Nick Richards is the one I use. You can really use whatever you want to. I have 72 speed on that build, and I use Jet Takeover, so I get plus 6 speed during takeover, which gives me a 78, and then like 68 agility, I think. So yeah, I mean, just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Nick Richards is a pretty good motion style, but overall in this build, you're gonna be a lot faster than most of the 7 foot centers. Strength is gonna be 83, just so we get silver brick wall. Again, you need 80 strength for Crasher Takeover, so I would just go 83 just to get brick wall. And yeah, brick wall should be solid enough if you're setting screens. The vertical is going to be at an 83, and that's going to do it for the build. So 83 vertical gets you multiple things here. You get Hall of Fame pogo stick, and also you get the ability to get high flying denier. Remember, we can use our cap breakers to get our block up to a 93. So a 92 block and 83 vertical, we're able to get high flying denier on Hall of Fame, which again will help out with chase downs, getting stops in the paint in general. So overall, I mean, other than the rebounding, this build, there's really no flaws to this build. Like, you can get contact dunks, standing contacts. You can get 80 driving dunks. You get decent animations. You get deep armor takeover. You get really good passing. The defense is okay. Like, you get a good block. You use your plus 2 on paint patroller. And there's also a pretty decent name. We get rim reaping, inside out pilot. And then the strengths, I guess, we catch it deep, go straight up, so you get good standing dunks, I guess. Deadly and pick and pop situations, or a good shot blocker, and we can pass. Weaknesses, obviously, you can't really play in the post, and we don't have a high close shot. We have 75, but I guess the game just doesn't like that. It is what it is, but that's going to do it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I post every day on this channel, so make sure you tune for daily uploads. And yeah, this is Airball. Peace.